YTBC, what's the deal? So I ran across this very funny article on boxingscene.com. I'll leave the link in the description. You can read it for yourself. Tyson Fury will help Charles Martin ahead of Joshua defense. One thing about Tyson Fury, man, he does a very good job of making just guys very uncomfortable. It doesn't matter if you're a rival fighter, domestic fighter like himself from that area. It doesn't matter if you're a U.S. fighter, if you're one of the Klitschko's. It just doesn't matter. He makes everybody very uncomfortable with things he says. Not only is he very unorthodox in the ring, he's unorthodox outside the ring as far as when he talks about the division and other fighters. Okay, now he said he's going to help Charles Martin ahead of Joshua. He goes on to say, now let me read a quote from him. He says, I'm going to help the guy out when he comes to London a couple weeks before the fight. I'm going to go down and see him and give him a couple hints, show him a few moves. I'm not going to spar him though, because I could be fighting him next, but once I've beaten Klitschko again. All right, so he even says that, a fight with him and Martin, it could take place. It actually could, Then I read a few days ago, I was hearing Charles Martin say that a fight with him and Klitschko could possibly be $15 million. I'm not sure where he got that number from, but I mean, who knows? If he goes in here and flattens Joshua out, embarrasses him, I don't know how much Martin is going to be worth after that fight, or how the public will view him after his fight with Joshua, if he wins, and if he wins in impressive fashion. I'm not sure how he's going to be viewed. $15 million with Fury, it seems like a lot, but I don't know. Anything can happen. You never know, man. Like I said with Fury, though, then I heard him say in a few articles ago, let me see if I can find this one really quick. Now he says he's going to help Martin and his, Martin out, but then I heard him also say on eastsideboxing.com that pretty much, I'm not going to say it verbatim, but I remember reading that article, and he was saying that a fight with AJ would be a blockbuster fight. The money would be there. It'd be a huge fight in the UK, and he's right, and we all know that. And then he was saying, so he wished Joshua wins the fight because of that reason, but then he also was saying he wished Martin wins the fight because Martin's just a nice guy. And him and Martin seem to be cool with each other. As cool as fighters can be. I remember after he won the title with Glaskov, Fury jumped ringside to, shake his hand and give him some credit. That was the same night Fury jumped ringside with Deontay Wilder, and they went back and forth in a classic back and forth banter, I believe, in the ring that night. But what do y'all think about Tyson Fury helping out Martin? He says he's not going to spar. To me, yeah, I think this is a two-side situation. Yes, he might be going just to get under the skin of Anthony Joshua, but I think he's trying to build this type of rivalry with Joshua. With all the heavyweights, really, man. But I think he's just using Martin to build that rivalry with Joshua right now. So probably getting under Anthony Joshua's skin a little bit. I'm sure Joshua will sweep it under the rug. It won't affect him on an interview. He won't show it. But deep down, maybe it might. I'm not saying it's going to change the outcome of the fight, but you never know what type of psychological effect this could have on Joshua. Then he says he's not going to spar him. I wouldn't mind if they did spar. It won't be the first time you have two guys that might fight each other that get some good work in and spar. I've seen guys do it all the time. Guys that might have a potential fighting each other. I remember when Evander Holyfield used the services of David Tua for his fight in preparations for Mike Tyson. Now, he never fought Tua, but you couldn't have told me that there's been a good chance of them fighting each other down the road. But anyways, they fought. I remember Ken Norton would fight Frazier, and so on and so forth. Ali would spar Holmes, and Holmes sparred Frazier. So damn, some of those guys didn't even fight. But you get what I'm saying, though. Top guys in the division can still spar each other, whether you're on a collision course or not. But he's not going to spar him. I wonder what can he show Martin, because Martin said he's going to put on 10 pounds of muscle for this fight, which I think he should go in reverse and lose some of the the flab I seen on his stomach. But he's a big guy, he's not some little small guy. He's 6'5", 250-pound guy, so he says he's supposed to add 10 pounds of muscle. So I'm curious to see what things Tyson Fury will show him, if he going to stay by his word and go to his training camp and and check him out. But I do, like I said, it's a two-coin situation. I mean, it's a two-side situation. I think he's going to check him out, but he's going to just look at his competition also. You know, he's keeping a good eye on his competition. What do y'all think about this, though, man? I think it's Tyson Fury just putting his name out there, keeping the division alive. And he might go check Martin out, you know. I wouldn't see why he wouldn't. You know, I'm sure he will. You know, it's going to be a big fight week, the approaching week of the fight. So I think Fury will go down and check him out. But I think he's checking him out, like I said. He might be trying to help, but he might be trying to get under Anthony Joshua's skin. And he's looking at probably a future opponent that he's trying to size up closely and watch his training habits and how he trains and how serious is he, and you know, little things like that, man. Like, Fury's not tricking me. I know what he's doing. Yes, he might be there to, you know, he thinks Martin is a nice guy, but he also knows this may be a guy he might fight down the line, whether he loses to Joshua or not. I think Martin, I believe he is one of the handful of guys that will be a contender for a few years. Maybe hold on to his title, maybe win another title. I don't know. I'm not going to write Charles Martin off just yet. Just like I'm not ready to anoint Anthony Joshua, you know, is this guy is going to be the undisputed champion in 2 years. I don't know. But I'm just getting this news out there. YTBC. I'm out.